Good evening, Final Fantasy Randomizer fans, and welcome to Week 4 Duck Derby 2022. I am your host, Luffy, joined in the booth by Darkmoon. Darkmoon, how's it going today, buddy?
I'm looking forward to this one, dude, because, we are at the last of the main week battles for round one. They've been taking this all the way. We've got a good group of ducks right here that we're going to see, and two of the ones on stream, more than likely, are going to be the ones make it into our finals.
Yep, that's right. We have our top 4 place runners on stream for you tonight, ready to go. Budgemano, Phoenix29, J-Man, and Chess Jerk are going to put on a show for us tonight. We're about 4 minutes or so out from the gate dropping for us on the channel. So let's do a chat here. Let's talk a little bit about the flags here. So week 4, ramping it up a little bit here, going to make things a little more difficult. We got a fun little flag checked here in the difficulties, said Deads gain XP. So I'm going to be very curious about party composition tonight. How about you?
Me too, yeah, because it's not going to work out really well if you take a 4-character party, and then go with a black belt. They're going to feel kind of useless because the EXP is going to take so long to build up on them. And it is interesting because if you notice up in the top right, Phoenix29 decided to game the system. He's like, I'm not going to kill 2 characters. I'm just not going to have them to begin with.
See, I like this right here. It's a little aggressive for my liking with the 2-man, but I mean it's got a lot of merit. I would go 3-man in these flags. I would go a melee, red mage, black mage, and leave a nun in there because I'm gonna want to siphon as much XP as I can over to my my main party members right away.
Certainly. No, I agree with that, honestly. No, I like running a 3-man with a nun generally, and basically everything that we do. Whether it works out well for me or not, I'm like, let's do stupid, but go with a 3-man. I think in these flags, definitely a 3-man is absolutely required if you really want to get your EXP going strong. Phoenix has been rolling 2-man for a lot of stuff. He's comfortable with it. Maybe it wasn't Phoenix. Maybe it was J-Man. The names got twisted around on me. So let's say it's J-Man we're talking about then. I don't think J-Man's been running them as much as Phoenix has. Phoenix, I know, has been doing it, but I do like the aggressive play, and considering the fact that J-Man is our number 3 seed coming into this race, he needs an aggressive play if he's going to get into the top 2.
Yeah, for sure. You're sitting there, you're on the bubble, you're going to want to make a move, you want to make it to week 5. You got to take a risk here, and I like it.
Absolutely. Now, as far as parties that we've got are going on, I see Thief, I see Fighter, a lot of Red Mage, a lot of Black Mage. Top 2 players, even though they have different looking characters, are definitely running the same. The Thief Rainbow, I don't know, for me, feels a little safe.
It is a little safe. You're giving yourself access to every magic, white and black, every level there. You're going to want to promote anyway, so you're not going to have to worry about bringing the black belt and not promoting. But yeah, it feels a little safe, but there's something to be said for safety as well, that's for sure.
Well, and Chess Jerk, the one running our Thief Rainbow, they are, they're the number 4. Maybe they're expecting that safety is the play. They'll get a bad Temple of Fiends, and then they'll be able to squeak by everyone else with that safety. You've got a Thief that's basically as good as any carry you're going to find. So, yeah, maybe safety's the play. We'll see when they get to a town.
We'll figure something out, probably relatively within the first 10 minutes here of the game. Will the other party members without a white mage have access to life? That's going to be the question. Yep, that's going to be the question. Nobody else taking a white mage.
Now, I will tell you the dumb thing that I would do, if it was me, knowing that all rare items, the good treasure, is trapped in this flag set. And we've seen a Thief that is this stupidly good. If I'm going to take 4 party members, there's a party that says Thief, Thief, Black, Black.
You know what? I'm thinking that's a lot of power, and that's a lot of speed. And it could be a decent amount of power here, depending on how you can get the magic going for you. Yep. But I like it. I love Thief in these flags. This is nice. The Thief Blessing. Let's talk about it real quick because the runners are about to go. The reason we're gushing over the Thief tonight: plus 20 AGL on an 80 buff already, so they're sitting at 100 to start. And they got Black Belt Vitality, so they're going to have about 600 plus HP in the level 20s. It's going to be really nice.
As Fizzlebeef likes to put it, they are both speed and power.
Yep. Until they have to carry you, and then you hate them.
Yeah. Well, yes, you want your white magic. You want a little bit of safety right there.
Mhm.
But this is the final. Like, this is the final before the finals. You gotta play big.
Yeah, you got to just make a play here. We'll see how it works out. If we run into a Temple of Fiends that has some real nasty stuff, I mean, that life spell, if it's white locked, it could come into play.
And here we go. They're off and running right now. 3, 4. There we are. And we are now looking at the magic, which is always our standard play here in Final Fantasy. We've got Life 2 and Tier 3.
Look at that. Life 2 already. White Mage, man, White Wizard locked.
Yep. And then Lock 2. I mean, Lock 2 is a nice spell to have. I like not having it on any other spell level. I kind of wish it wasn't level 1.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I'd much rather see a better utility spell, faster tempo, but I mean, it's fine. It's fine. It'll be helpful.
It's tolerable. I mean, it's doable. I don't disagree with Budge going and thinking about doing the Garland play. You can see that's where they're at right now.
Yep.
But I gotta tell you, with this that we have here, I'm tempted to take that free ship we got, sail over to Provoca, find a sword there that's actually usable, get a little bit of that pirate EXP, and maybe find some level 2 spells.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind making a play, saving maybe right over there at the crossroads, checking the 3 chests of Matoya, seeing if you can get some cheap cash, and then just doing all your Provoca shopping and meleeing down the pirates and moving on from there. It's not a bad play.
I think you got it because you don't have any stopping power here. You got enough, like, a bone crawl pack. You don't even have the way of killing them right now. Like,
yeah. And you might have noticed right there, if you guys are viewers out there, the chest there had a little X on it. And what does that mean? We're going to be dealing with trapped chests tonight. You're going to see a little X on one of the chests. I think there's about 66 of them throughout the entire seed here. And they're all going to have a piece of gear or an incentivized item in them. And it's going to be pretty nice. You're going to want to get what's in that box.
And I can hear some of you saying, well, they do have an attack spell. They have fire. Fire against Garland is doing 15 damage.
Yeah.
You only got 4 casts against it. You need Garland to roll imp low.
Yeah.
If you're going to kill him. Otherwise, you're going to be like swinging like flappy ramen like noodles at him for a while.
Yeah.
That's all you got.
I think we saw the only piece of weaponry there as well in the Canary shop is a stick. -2 or something like that. So, I mean, yuck.
Yeah, which if you didn't take a fighter, you're not even going to be able to use anyway, and it's -2, which gross. So that's a hard pass right there.
Yeah, Budgemano doing this Provoca check. I don't know what kind of cash they have on him. They got to hope Magic rolled a little. Okay, so all right, we got Bane and Fire 3 Zap. Yep. Pretty good. We can't really buy any of them right now. So that stinks. So if we stop off at Canaria,
get the pirates down.
Yeah,
all you need is a weapon. All you need is a weapon. Go get yourself a weapon for that fighter. Maybe one that the thief can use too, a dagger, and then you just go kill the pirates. You put your mages up front if you have to. But even fire, you've got 4 casts of fire. Those pirates are dead. Yeah,
and if you just melee him with the fighter and the thief on the same pirate, you'll take him down pretty quick.
Yeah. No, that's absolutely like normally I'm 100% on board with the Garland play, but this is that rare seed where you have no way of killing him, so you gotta not.
Yeah, you got to make some kind of adjustment here. We'll see. We got 2 runners, Phoenix, and we got in the bottom of J-Man going here after Garland. Budgemano on the Pirates. Let's see who gets out of this first.
Meanwhile, I'm hearing that we already found one of our loose. Toph top left loose, which I missed, is the Ruby.
Yep, I did see that. One of our runners, looks like it was J-Man and Phoenix, actually. Both of them took down that bone and crawl pack, so pretty good.
Zap proven to be fairly effective against these pirates. Pirates not having much of anything. But that's a quick level 4 for Budgemano, since he got a level off the iguana out front. Able to use that Zap and
gets himself a crown.
The crown. Sorry, we have too many C words up here. This dyslexic is getting confused. Crown from the pirates. Chime and Canal from King and Princess. Wow.
Yeah,
that hurt.
Triple C's right here. Every incentive item. That was kind of neat. Chime, Canal. All we're missing is the canoe. Let's go. Yeah.
Canoe and cube. So Matoya has to have one, and the next dungeon we go to has to have the other. We're good. Yeah. We're good. Crystal. Dang it.
Yeah. Heal 3 right there at level 2 white. I saw one of our runners check. I mean, that's fine if Cheshire wants to pick that up on the white mage. Red mage too. I like to spam heal 3 if I'm going through like a dungeon where we have damage being done on the tiles. So, I mean, it's fine.
We're still looking for that cure 4, and we'd really like to see a fade at this point to make the white mage really good.
Yeah.
So far... No, you're going to say.
No, I was just kidding. The life is making him slightly valuable right now, but no way to damage anything is kind of gross.
Like, you're not going to leave them on the ground because, I mean, they're still going to get EXP whether they're up or not. Honestly, though, this is the kind of like situation right now where once you get some spells on them, maybe you leave them on the ground. They're going to get the EXP, but you don't have to menu them. Yeah,
they're not going to be worth the inputs at some point. Unless we find Fade here at level 3 or 4, it's going to be kind of meh. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, save yourself a few frames. So, I mean, it's speedrunning. Save the frames.
Yeah. We kill the animals here.
They had it coming. It's fine.
Yeah. All right.
So, Frostgator Arcarib in one of the chests that we have here resisted Zap. Fire 3 kills the Karib, but the Frostgator, despite being Frost, doesn't care much about that Fire 3.
Yeah, it's, you would think a Frostgator, fire would help, but no, it's going to be much more having lightning be effective against it because it's based in the river system. It's kind of a strange thing.
Maybe he's a French gator.
Maybe.
Le
French gator.
Le French gator. Sorry, I will not do that again.
Are we going to kill you? We're going to kill you.
I like it. They tap their cigarette on the side and give you the condescending look. And
yeah, Budgemano having a reset out of that. That's unfortunate, but it's fine. He knows it's there. We're gonna come back to it. You're gonna want what's in that box.
Yeah, I mean the XP early would have been nice, and it kind of sucks that he spent as much time in it as he did. Mm-hmm. But you've got other places to go. You got a crown to turn in.
Yeah. There's gonna be, you're gonna get your feet underneath you here. This is a little bit of a loop here with having to do a few things out of the box early on. How are people gonna respond? We'll see.
Now I will say I just saw Iron Armor +1 for only $500. If you got a fighter, that's some good armor right there.
Yeah, that's late game armor for sure. You can take it to the end game if you want, if you come across a decent shield and a pro ring that rolls up. So I mean, beautiful. Okay, and there we got, I believe slot 4, level 4 is promotion locked as well for the Red Mage. I think that we have White Magic is life is white locked only.
Well, there's that Lightning 3 and fast. The Lightning 3 is going to be really good against that Matoya chest that we found and couldn't kill. So,
for sure.
Yeah, no, on board with that. Unfortunately, Budgemano still has to play a little bit of catch-up because he hasn't gotten his Canal and his Chime from Garland yet. Garland's going to die easy, but he hasn't gotten it yet.
Yeah, he'll be able to pick up the pace pretty good here. He's going to take Garland down in one round as opposed to some of the other ones that took a little longer. He's fine. This is a very early part of the game. There's going to be a lot of jockeying position. No one's going to be able to separate themselves until we're faced with the real decision.
No, we've got a lot of game left to go, and these are our 4 fastest runners so far in this flag set. We are in for a treat.
Yeah, I like this kind of stuff. This is going to be fun.
So yeah, just to cover things, the important spells that we've seen so far: Cure 3, Life 2, and Lock 2 at level 1. Heal 3 and Viz 2, Fire, Zap, and Bane at level 2. Harm 3, but Lightning 3 and Fast at level 3. And then Harm 4, Life, Saber, Lock, and Temper all at level 4.
Yep. And something right there I just noticed as well, Phoenix picking up some chainmail, +4 or 5. You can throw that on the Black Mage too, and he didn't throw it on there. And I don't think it's really going to matter, but that's something like we were talking about with the Blurstings. The Black Mage, they get to wear Red Mage armor, so that chainmail, they can throw that on the Black Mage and just get a little bit of a cheap absorb there for literally no money.
For no money, no. Chainmail's dirt cheap. It's bargain basement prices. That is something to point out. Like, the Blurstings kind of can make things confusing, and it's hard to remember everything that they do. Hell, I don't always remember. When you're in a shop and you see a piece of gear you want to buy, look over at your characters and see if they put their hands in the air. That's an option of the randomizer that we have on by default. It's on here. I would have noticed the Black Mage threw his hands in the air at a party with that chainmail. I would have bought it for him.
Yeah, and we get, look at that, the floater from the kindly old king who was Astos all along.
My God, I can't believe it!
Holding out on us, holding on to our floater. We are a canoe away from some real big decisions for these runners because we're going to have the whole world open to us in a little bit.
Are we a canoe away from some real big fish too?
Oh yeah, I think we might be.
Depends on the instrument that Sarah gives us, I guess.
Yep.
I'm sorry about that.
That's okay. I can appreciate it.
So floater. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, floater doesn't really give anyone a lead right now, and everyone's going to get it because they all have the crown. So it really does depend on where the canoe is and how quickly one of our players gets it. That's going to define the early game lead at that point.
Yep, I agree. Right now, I'm just taking a quick little look at something here. Okay, so I saw Harm 3 and Harm 4 on that White Mage, thinking, okay, maybe that White Mage has a little more value than I thought, but checking the flags again, we have no White Mage harm damages all enemies tonight, so their value is in that life spell only. I think at some point, like you said, you get into level 10 and you just throw them down and you save the inputs.
Yeah, you just don't worry about it. If they die, you instinct says, well, they're going to get EXP, I should keep them up. But then you got to think about it for a second to go, is it worth the inputs?
Yeah, you're not going to keep hitting, fight or run or, just spamming gear to get through their turn. It's just better to have them dead.
Yeah, no, so much easier. Ooh, we have some Braxahags. I did not see that before. Ooh, that is
nasty,
quite cruel.
nasty.
And they seem pretty prominent on the ocean, so we got to get in the air as fast as we can.
Yep. Speaking of Brack level 5, black mage learnable, so it is not promotion lock. White magic exit is the spell that grabbed my eye right there. Slot 4, so again, we're looking at white only locked. So all the value in the white mages in their utility and nothing else today.
So Brack is really nice if you haven't seen this game before, because 2 of our fiends at the starting levels, the Kraken 1 and Tiamat 1 that we're going to have to kill to get through this, they are both susceptible to Brack. Say 25% chance to kill them. Yeah, we like seeing it. It's a pretty standard play in this randomizer. Seeing it at level 5 where the Black Mage can learn, that's still within the realm of them actually getting a few charges before the boss comes.
Yeah, I agree. It's going to be pretty good. It's my favorite insta-kill spell to see. You would have never thought playing this game vanilla back in the day that spell had any kind of value whatsoever, and let alone throw it at a fiend. But it's great. It's about, like you said, 25% or so on Kraken 2, right around like 23 or so percent, I think, on Tiamat, or on Kraken 1 and Tiamat 1, 20-something percent. It's just great to have.
I also want to point out, over at Melmond, the restored Melmond, which is a fun flag we have going on, the gold bracelets were sitting there for only 12k, and they were +3. That is serious endgame. That's endgame armor for everyone unless you find something better.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to have... That's great. It's definitely going to need a little bit of money right there, but to outfit your entire party literally for under 50k, that's beautiful.
Yeah, 12k is totally doable. Oh, there's another one of our C's. There's our cube. Really what we were wanting to see, they were probably hoping that was going to be the canoe, but there's still options, there's still chances.
Yeah, looking at our flags again, we have no northern docks on, so even though we got that early chime and early canoe, I can hear some people in my ear screaming sky, sky, sky. That can't be done tonight because we do not have any northern docks, so no access right here to the northern continents until we get in the air.
It also does tell us that we're limited in where we can go right now, just looking at the incentives and the incentive locations. Without the canoe, we can't go to ordeals, and that's pretty much, we're either loose hunting, or we're going to go look for one of the few places that still will give us something free. And I believe we're down to, like, sages, aren't we?
Yeah, Crescent Lake is the only thing right now left that we can do. Our 2 incentivized locations are Canaria and Ordeals. So like you said, no canoe to get into ordeals. Checking the blessing. Okay, so thief lockpicking is on at 18. So I suppose there could be some kind of crazy meta play to do that and maybe skip something. But it stands to reason with what we found so far. Our loose is probably going to have our progression if it's not the sages right here.
Yeah, and it is worth remembering that lockpicking that gives the thief the ability to pick through those magically locked doors. That is an out-of-logic play. You can do it. It's nice to have it. It speeds things up if you don't ever find the key. But the game does not expect you to ever use lock-picking. So that key would have to be floating out there, which means that if the key is behind the canoe, then whatever you get is deep down a path right there that the game doesn't expect you to go.
Yep.
So that pretty much means that either the sages have our canoe, or canoe is loose in one of the few locations we can go to. 2 items in Dwarf or somewhere in Marsh.
Yep, we have access to the top few floors of Earth Cave as well. So
true.
Okay, so there's
there you go.
There's an in-logic key which gives us some more checks, and I like to see that because now I can check free boxes and not have to go into a dungeon yet.
Yeah, you can go do the dwarf treasury while you're over there, which makes it like there's I think 9 chests in there that's worth.
Yeah,
That's got value.
Yep.
Astos, you can go back there and also check what his tiles are if they're shuffled. I didn't check to see if they are.
No trap tiles.
There's no trap tiles. Okay.
Yep. We're going to be getting the bulk of our XP is going to come from either really nice B-side encounters in the boxes or from random fights as we take them throughout the world. So, yep.
That's good. So yeah, but that means that we have 3 chests at Astos, 9 over at Dwarf. We have the 6 that are at Canaria, 3 over at Temple Fiends, which are actually free to get now in that case.
And 4 at Elfland Castle.
4 at Elfland, and I mean, there's some chests over at Marsh, but we're not going to Marsh unless we are like desperate loose hunting at that point.
Yeah, Darkmoon, you rolled this, right?
Yeah.
All right, my first play here, I'm going to Marshlock just because.
I gotta tell you, if this was Caleb playing, racing against me, Caleb would go to Marsh, even though there's absolutely no reason to do it, because Caleb loves the Marsh play, and he'd get a 20-minute lead on me, because I'd never go there.
I am just waiting to see if we're gonna find Canoe in like Marsh locked incentive that's not incentivized, like just to like be the ultimate troll.
Yeah.
Oh my god, because I am 100% last locationing that as well.
True. No, I get you. I get you on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's like if they somehow manage to find the Canoe and they're like, well, I guess I could go do Ice Cave. Why would you do Ice Cave for this flag set? No.
No. Volcano. So we ran these flags last night in our weekly race for our community. So it was a lot of fun. Come out and join us at the Discord, FinalFantasyRandomizer.com. Shameless plug. Let's go. The race last night, I stayed out of all the dungeons I didn't have to go to. I didn't go to Ice Cave. I didn't go to Marsh Cave. I went to only dungeons I needed to do, and it worked out. It was a pretty good race. These flags are fun. They're fast. Here's where the decision making is going to come into play, though. We're going to see who's going to make it right here.
Well, you raise about value point. Okay, I'm the kind of person that's going to follow the quest chains. We got a key. That means Canaria Locked is in play. I'm going to do Canaria Locked. Yep. And then I'm going to see what the key item is that does something for me. If it's Rod, I know I need to go to Earth Cave because whatever I'm looking for is probably somewhere in Earth Cave. I hope it's an Earth Cave and not Marsh because I don't want to go to Marsh.
Yep.
It's just out of the way.
Yep.
I'm assuming more likely that this monster in the box we have here that's a shirk is going to give us the shirk canoe. We're just going to fashion that fish into a canoe and then ride it on the rivers.
Oh, God, Darkmoon. Okay. So I'll tell you what, though. At least the seed is holding our hand a little bit here and saying, hey, maybe go do this. But I think I'm still checking my free boxes before I go there.
I agree. You check your boxes. I would go do Dwarf. I would go do Elf. I probably wouldn't do Astos just because it feels out of the way for only 3 boxes. That's a long walk to go to. But Elf and Dwarf are on the table easy.
Yeah. Without being able to park here at the river system, I agree.
Yeah. And Toph, looks like Phoenix is going to go do Toph as well.
Okay. Here's one of those instances. Let's see if there's anything here, because I don't know who's going to get here next, because it looks like Budgemano's going away from it.
Yeah, so the Earth would be my play after I check these unlocked, because it's there, and the game is like, hey, why don't you go to Earth?
Yeah.
And if we're lucky, the other loose is there, but there's a chance we check all those boxes and still have to go to Marsh.
There is a chance, but you have to do that dungeon anyway. So that's I hate to say it, but I'm full clearing Earth. I'm looking for my second loose on my way down to Lich, and hoping I find it, and then I can go fast.
Well, in Automatic Habit, one of our trackers points out that in one of the practice scenes they did of this, they found the rod loose on Earth 3, which is the floor you need to use it on. So that's just disgusting.
I've had like 1 or 2 seeds where the rod rolls in the incentive chest there right next to the vampire, and it's like the last box you check, and you're like, hey, this is about right.
Yeah, no, when you need the rod out of Earth is the last place you go, and you just, hate to see it.
Autumn, I love it. You still checked it before Marsh, though? That's a play. I love it. That's beautiful. Yeah, no, that's a play. That's the play.
I'm on you with that, because, like, Marsh there's no reason to go there. There's no reason. Better to check Earth and Prey than to go to Marsh.
Alright, I don't see any trap boxes here in Dwarf Armory. So J-Man doing the checks, trying to grab maybe some early cash. This is fine, but we're not going to find anything useful out of boxes that don't have an encounter in it. Really not even like good amounts of money.
So out of that trap chest over at right top of Toph, I got a power bomb +5.
Oh, nice.
That's nice for any character that can use. Like the fighter can even just legit equip it now, and that's some great gear.
Yep, and we have not seen Temper yet, right? I don't think we've seen Fast.
So it's a Temper.
We did see
Temper's
Temper?
level 4, Fast is level 3, which is honestly the best combo you can get.
Yeah, that's pretty dang good.
Primo.
That's pretty good. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So and that Ponk gives us free access to Saber. Okay, we got our melee starter kit ready to go.
Yep, we're good on that one. Whatever you decide to put on. And actually, Saber is at level 4 or 3. I think it's 4. So your ninja can learn Saber. Your fighter has Saber now, and you got double melee buffing right there.
Yeah, that's nice. Yep, I'm liking the thief ninja. Or the ninja and the fighter as a 2 melee with the red and the black. Looks like it's to be a real nice party choice tonight.
Solid. Totally solid.
Yep. Pisces Beauty in chat saying hello. Hello. Welcome to Final Fantasy Randomizer.
So right now it's hard to predict who's actually in the lead. I think J-Man and Phoenix have a slight edge just by grace of the fact that they're over at Earth first. Actually, is Phoenix at Earth?
Phoenix, I think, is in. Well, we'll see in a second here.
Yeah.
That background looks like it's Marsh.
No, that was the pack over at
Oh, yeah. Yep. Okay, so he's checking this trap box here. Okay.
Oh, that is gross.
Yeah. Okay, we got a Bane sword here though, so there's a chance.
They're muted.
Oh, you're right.
Muted.
I take it back. Yeah, that's a reset.
The dumb thing about this game is that when a character is muted, they can't use casting items.
Yeah, this is a reset.
Yeah, this is a hard reset. You need to get out of this fight. You're wasting time here.
Oh, and he's throwing out that Bane sword too. He's throwing that sword. Okay, yeah, Phoenix reset.
I don't think he realizes to reset. Okay, there he goes. It's one of those weird things. And actually, the fact that you can't cast anything while muted in this game means that the one spell meant to cure mute is useless.
Yeah, it's just really kind of strange, you know. Yeah. I mean, you're muted, therefore you can't even put your arms in the air. But I mean, you know, it's fine.
Yep. Gurpeed's doable. I'd take this.
Yeah. Yep. We're gonna want what's in this box, I think. Let's see. Oh, and our creep's got Ice 2 deep in their pool too.
This is a hard nope from me, especially. Oh, they're dodging too.
Yeah. Yeah, that's rough.
That was rough, and that was like 3 minutes they spent there, so I feel bad for that.
Yeah, that's going to set him back a little bit, but, you know, it's not going to be a deal breaker here. You just got to respond. You just got to put it out of your head and keep going forward. Oh, there we go. Second loose, Earth 1, TNT.
So now you just go check the chests you want. If you don't like the encounter there, or you don't feel like getting the gear, you bounce.
Yep.
And what's something that a lot of our players will do, I don't do this, but a lot of them will, is they'll go and they will load up their inventory with cheap crap so that they can see what's in a chest before they fight the thing.
Yeah, it was a bit of a meta play, I think, last year in one of our tournaments. I can't remember which one it was. Maybe it was bingo or something. I'm not sure last year. But loading up your inventory, like you said, with items that are just going to make you see what's in the box and not actually take the encounter so you can decide if you want or not. It's a play. It's fine. I don't really do it either, but I mean, it's a play.
Well, I would do it more with when the chests are filled with monsters from the given location, because there's a lot of cheap monsters you just don't want to fight, like, past a certain point. But with these B-side encounters, I feel like fighting the chests is better than letting them pass.
Yeah, you're going to want to take the majority of whatever is in these boxes. You know, not just for the items, but for... This is going to be some really nice XP sitting here. You're going to want to do these.
Oh, double Gurpeed. Now that's a spicy encounter. That should be some good EXP.
Oh, and there we go. There's our canoe from our friend Nerek.
Yep.
So he's gonna blow us up a boat, and we're gonna go get in the air.
So Budge making the right call there, bouncing out of Earth. Like, I could have seen finishing Earth. You don't really have a ton of levels, but Earth is doable with the spell selection they have.
Fire 3. I mean, you'd be able to get down there. It'd be fine. But I mean, if you come back there with a few more levels, you can maybe take some boxes on the way down and try to grab some, like, more gear or an endgame weapon, or try to find something. You're going to have to leave a lot of that behind with the charges you have right now at like level 7 or 8 to just go down and do Lich.
I guess my thing is the best way to get encounters is from the chests.
Yeah.
So where are you going to go to get those chests and actually, like, continue to make progress?
Yeah, I mean, I think that, condensed locations are going to have more value right here. Volcano Armory, there's a lot of boxes right there. We found both of our loot, so I mean, there's something to be said for going to Sky right now with the items that we have, but these levels are not great.
Well, if you can, like, maybe you scum around Watch Tower and try and pull like a 5 vampire pack on the first floor. Luck with the fire 3s that we have and the harm 4 on the white mage could do the trick.
It could, and you can get some real cheap levels pretty quick like that, and definitely maybe, try to gain an advantage on your opponents. So that's not a bad idea. And it looks like the encounter table fairly quick on the overworld. I would assume the dungeon is about the same. So we should take an encounter pretty quick.
Plus, Bane Sword. So if you get enough levels and you feel spicy, go take out Tiamat with a Bane Sword.
I mean, you can. We were gushing over Brack earlier, but Bane as well. I think it's got, 16-17% so chance on like Tiamat. So, I mean, it's certainly something you could do. Budgemano here, making the ordeals play. It is incentivized. You got to go here anyway, I guess, so let's do it.
Ooh, got some blue stay.
Ooh, there we go. They're going to have a ton of HP, but this is a nice little test. Dip your toe in it, see what you're looking at.
Resets out.
Yeah.
Can't blame them.
It's there.
And the Tyro's going to be just as tough to kill. I don't know that it's really worth it. None of them are really weak to Fire 3 or Zap. I think Hail Mary, Brack, or Banes and Prey is like your best solution. But if you're going to grind for some encounters here, go for Sandworms.
Yeah. I mean, you can get Sandworms hopefully pretty quick off of reset cycle here. Knowing that blue stake is there though I'm assuming off the hard reset there for Budgemano is going to be great information for when you get some levels and can take him down in a few swings. So we'll see if he puts that to use later.
Also being told by Wout in chat that we saw mummies with thunder, which that's disgusting.
Oh god, they show up everywhere too, so it's gross.
Yeah. They're in like Ice Cave, they're in Earth Cave, they're here in Ordeals. You're gonna see them again over in Sky Palace. They're just gross across the board. You never want to see them have a skill like that, and they show up in big packs. Although Budgemano got through that Ordeals in like 3 moves. Yeah,
that was hyper fast right there. Yeah. That was really nice.
Yeah. And not bothering to check anything because there's nothing. Well, he makes me a liar.
Yeah, a few little greed checks right here. I mean, it's fine.
Yeah, I mean, I can see the point in not, because all you want to do is grab the boxes that have something. Oh, this is a kind encounter.
Yeah, we've seen nothing really super gross here blocking our runners in the trap boxes, which is very forgiving, considering last night the loot was in a trap box of airs in very early game, which was gross.
Ew. So we are going to get from here, survey says, the Adjument.
Dwarfs just, making you run all over the world like they do.
At least you have the sky boat, so it's a easier time getting back over to Dwarves when you feel like doing it.
Yep, and Phoenix 29 making that play, going to the Volcano Armory. I think I saw at least 3 or 4 trap chests here right now, so that's pretty good.
J-Man pulled a Whiz Vamp tile or box out of the river with the ribbon.
Pays off with a ribbon there for J-Man. That's nice.
Level 14 for his characters right there. That is enough to get through Earth Cave if you really wanted to.
Oh yeah, that knight or fighter's even going to be doing enough damage swinging whatever weapon they have right now to probably get you through Lich. So
I think it's just a silver sword, but Lich will die to a silver sword.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah. This is good. So J-Man, you can already see the advantage he has right now. 2 party members, level 14, as opposed to Budgemano, who's about to gain probably a level or so here. Yeah, level 10 across the board. So there's already a 4-level difference, and we're not even 30 minutes in yet.
Yeah, no, that's just going to compound. Now, problem is that he has to do a deep Topher with or a full Topher, like the end dungeon, with just 2 characters. So
Yeah, that's gonna be, and we saw that white magic has the life spell locked to the white mage only, so
Yeah,
he's not gonna be able to res. Any bad luck there, it's a reset.
yeah, and that is. Yeah, it's locked on both levels, isn't it? That's gross.
Yep.
So, and we haven't even seen Cure 4, which means it's outside the range of what the Red Mage can do. He does have Cure 3, he does have Heal 3, that's nice.
Yeah.
That feels bad.
Oh, here we go. Here's some good XP. We got a 4-pack Saria box here in the Earth. The affectionately named Earth Armory, or I'm going to start calling it Caleb's room because he loves this place here. So 5 chests in this room. I think I saw 2 of them were chests. 6,000 XP right there. Level 5 or level plus 5 flame armor or flame shield. That's fantastic.
That ribbon flame shield, really nice chainmail. That fighter is stacked right now.
Yeah, that fighter is almost endgame ready right now.
Oh, and here's another batch of levels coming in.
Yep.
These ones you actually can zap. I just don't think he's going to.
Yeah, zap is a spell I'd be throwing out left and right. The golem's very susceptible to it, but they're made of paper anyway. That's fine.
Yeah, no, that was something, and now he's level 7. Like, this is and a gold bracelet +4. The rich get richer.
Yep. Free gold bracelet right there. J-Man's gonna have all this gear and no one to share it with.
And he did something that I was thinking. He started to put the gold bracelet on the red mage, but I'm like, your fighter's going to get punched first, and that is the chainmail is something the red mage can wear. Put it on your fighter, which is what he did.
Deadpool Sigma in chat right there. Delicious looking at those Sarias, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Saria's got a bit of a soft spot for Deadpools.
Meanwhile, Butch Mono found a nice, I think that was a 7 Gurmadusa pack up to level 13 across the board there, and an Ice Sword +3. Now that is also really nice to have.
Oh yeah, you couple that with the power bonk we found earlier, fast and temper. You can end the game with that sword if you're in a pinch.
If you had to, the Ice Sword +3 is going to do the work, but you will need to be able to evade and buff up enough to make that happen.
Yep. Looking at the gear right here, we have the weapon elemental type bonus turned up to 25. And the crit rate, or the increased elemental type bonuses on. So that's Ice Sword going to do a lot of damage to anything that's fire-based, which is going to be really great. And it'll put in some work against the enemies that have no natural resistance to it as well.
Yeah, having the elemental bonus be buffed further than it is in the vanilla game really does make those specific types of weapons much more valuable.
Yep, I agree. Yeah, Woe pointing out in chat that our tracker, shout out as well tonight to our 2 trackers doing the work behind the scenes, pushing the buttons, keeping us on task, Automatic Habit, and our buddy Wote pointing out that with the scaling, we're not going to need to do too much buffing. We didn't say scaling earlier, but he's right. We got 60% to 180% on our bosses, no separate HP scaling, so they're going to roll vanilla-ish tonight.
103%, yeah.
Yeah, so, we might get very unlucky and have an enemy roll up in, the 150, 160 range, but, that right there tells me I'll take my chances that I can go in a little lower level than I would anticipate.
So, up against Lich, J-Man is already starting to do temper buffs against that fighter. It's a good strat. It's going to work out well. Looks like 2 or 3 tempers, and then switches over to Fire 3, which Lich is susceptible to, and, already dead.
Yeah, then the speed bump, makes an appearance and, ducks out with a whimper to a, simple fire spell.
As always, that fight takes longer to explain than it takes to actually happen.
Yep. And J-Man, our first runner on stream to light an orb, and Budge Mono making his play right now to go into Earth Cave. We'll see if he does any of the checks that J-Man did, though he found some good stuff in there with that flame shield, that ribbon.
Yeah.
We'll see if Budge Mono grabs a couple of those chests as well. I'd still be checking trap chests right now because I'd be looking for some items that I want.
So we got the crystal from somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at what our trackers have written down because I totally missed where that came from. We got the crystal from...
Fairy.
Oh, wow. Where did we get the bottle from, then?
Bottle was the Gaia shop item.
Wow. Wow.
Oh,
okay, so that's just that standard pirate racket. Oh, look. We're just going to put you in the bottle. We're going to put you over here. People are going to buy you. Then you're going to fly right back to where you're from, just half a block away. And then when the next sucker comes into town, we're going to do it again. It's going to be great.
Yeah, it's this right here. It's a bit of a grift, but you know what? It's gonna work. It's gonna work.
Shop item turn. It works real well every time.
Yeah. So I see Budgemano taking a peek in the rooms on his way down to Vampire. So I think he'll grab this ribbon here in the next room.
So yeah, Crystal from that bottle became the vanilla herb, and that herb led to tail, which I gotta tell you, I'd turn that in right now that I'm in the air.
Yep, I would promote right away. No black belt like we were talking about to worry about. Budgemano coming across those whiz vamps, so provided he gets good turn order here, he'll be getting that ribbon as well.
Yeah, and that's a great... Oh, they rolled down, too. Like, I think the whiz vamps have less health than the vampires do.
That's classic right there. You love to see it.
So yeah, so this is going to be some good EXP right here. I think he actually ended up with a few more of them than what J-Man got. And you can see, again, level 15, and he's got 4 characters to siphon that into. Yep.
So pretty good there. Levels are starting to get respectable. 35 minutes in, level 15, pretty good. I still like the way J-Man's going to gain them a little more exponentially. But you can see J-Man doing the things right now, the turn-ins that the other runners did that hadn't gone to Earthgate first. So we'll see what kind of a difference we have here between the two decisions of going to do Earth first versus going and just getting in the air.
So, worth pointing out, something to note, when you go to Bahamut in this flag set, you have to fight Bahamut. I believe Bahamut is scaled to a single Ankilo, so it's not really a terrible fight. If you're level 15 or 16, you should be okay with it, but that is still something to bear in mind.
Yeah, you should be able to get through it, no problem. But it's going to be a minor inconvenience if nothing. Maybe hits one party member hard, but it shouldn't be too troublesome.
No, not in the least. I'd still do it. Plus, XP. You can take your level 17 party to a level 18 party.
Yep. Oh, so it looks like Cobras, I think, maybe had something that turned that red mage to stone?
Yep. So, but worth pointing out, stoning still counts as dead when you're doing an EXP calculation like this. I discovered that on flags that we played recently, and my characters continued to level even though they were lawn ornaments.
Yeah, it's kind of funny, right? Like you would think, and I guess what makes you kind of makes sense with that is they still take damage even when you're walking over damage tiles. Yeah. So I mean, it's a weird property, but it's a thing.
Yeah. Yeah, Sony Wrath in chat was asking where our loose were. One of them was in Temple of Fiends, just right off the bat, easy to find. The other one was in an Earth Cave that we pretty much were motivated to go to because we got the rod and it was the only place we had left.
Yeah, we are pretty much a loot away from go mode, and we're going to be running into that doing the fetches, so the loot is not loose. It's great. This is great, actually. This is best case scenario for what we came across so far.
Yeah, because we found our 2 loose and we know the locations, effectively, of where everything else is, we are, like, every character or every player that is in the air and has found both those items, which everyone has. Well, maybe not Chester. I don't see the TNT lit for him. But everyone who has the TNT, they are effectively in go mode already because they know they can complete the seed in whatever direction they want.
Yep, this is now going to become a bit of an execution thing here. We know that the remaining fetches are going to turn into what we need to finish the game, which is both good and bad, because now it's going to really test to see who's put in the work, who's worked on their routing, who's going to make the least amount of mistakes.
That is the key word you said right there, routing. 100%. The only thing that matters right now is how well they can route and how well they know how the world works.
Yep. Alright, Phoenix gonna go to Bahamut, gonna promote. Should be able to get through this fight, no problem. Fire 3s, couple swings.
Yeah, they're chunking out 200 to 300 damage a pop. They're fine.
Yep, there we go.
And now he's got the red pajama party going, and he can start rocking out.
Oh, he found an Aegis +4 along the line somewhere.
Yeah.
That fighter, that knight now has endgame ready, no problem.
Yeah, they are ripped, if you will.
Yep, you can take that chainmail +5 to the end game, and you wouldn't even notice a difference.
No, honestly, things are just gonna plink off him like they're coming from a pellet gun. It's fine.
Yep. So Aegis of Matoya's cave, and not the red curtain. No kidding. Wow.
Yeah, the Arkarib treasure chest that they kept trying to clear out, that was a dragon sword +3.
Oh, yeah. Of course it was. Of course it was.
Yeah. Like worst thing. It was awful. And thanks to Automatic Habit for pointing that out, because they saw it and I didn't.
Yep. All right, so pro ring right there in the armory as well. So it's going to be levels and go time now for our runners, and checking boxes to find the trapped ones to get some gear to help you with the end game. But we're in a good spot right here. 40 minutes in, we know what we have to do.
You can tell they've all practiced too because they know what they need to do. They just need to go and focus on the chests that matter, and then just run.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, Budgemano has just a little bit of a lead over on J-Man at this point.
Yep.
Has all the key items that J-Man has, plus the adamant is a couple floors ahead in Volcano right now. They're really cruising.
Yeah, I think one of our runners... Okay, it's Chest Jerk that has the slab right now translated. So, okay. So, that's...
Yep. Now, that is one key item that we haven't seen from the rest of them. I didn't see where slab came from. I will check where that is right now. Waterfall. Okay.
Okay,
so,
yep, there's the ribbit.
Chest Jerk was willing to go do a double dip of on-rack, and we will see what that slab turns into.
Yep.
But the thing to bear in mind is that we're seeing Budgemano effectively in the lead right here, and they're also the one that's at least 5 points ahead of everyone else in the standings.
Yep, Chest Jerk, this fetch chain Chest Jerk's doing right here, this is going to end in the Oxyel somewhere because we have our actually, I guess it could end in the loot as well. But I like my chances here of having to do this double dip. It's a calculated risk, but we'll see if it pays off.
Yeah, we don't even have to be sarcastic about it. We don't have to do it's a bold move, Cotton. No, this is the thing that you have to do.
Yep, you're going to have to do it either way. You'd either do it after or you got to do it before. And we'll see. If this is the Oxyel, it's a big play. If it's the loot, I mean, less big, but fine because you have to do it anyway.
Now, the thing is, bear in mind that we had 2 loose, but we have absolutely no special treasures in the pool right now. So whatever they have on them, that's what they can expect to use. So if they're going to go, digging for a Mazamoon or something else that's out there, that's on their own time, basically.
Yep. I mean, we're going to know that we're going to find the gear we want, like we've been saying, in the trap chests. So that's the only boxes you have to open. Now, we found that Ice Sword +3. We know Elemental's rolled up. We have the Bonk. We have Temper. We have Fast. The scaling's not bad. I mean, I only open what's in my way, and I don't search for another weapon at this point.
We have a disagreement in chat about whether the Moogles or the Castlevania sprites, which aren't featured here on stream, and I'm deeply hurt right now. Which ones are the best sprites to use when you're opting out your characters for some other pack of character sprites? And since Hate and Sonny and I are all the same team, I apparently have the deciding vote, and I gotta go with Sonny. It's the Castlevania sprites.
I knew you were going to do that. I don't know why, but something told me.
Something told you that I was going to pick Castlevania over anything else.
Quick little shout out here to Autumn finding in chat there, put an XCal +5 in Volcano. I want to say that was the trap chest in the Vanilla Agama room. So, there's your end game weapon right there for that fighter. Yeah. You're done. You don't have to open another box this entire time if you want.
No, you're good.
Yeah.
So thing is, at that point we found that Ice Sword +3, and now we have the XCal +5. Slap the Ice Sword on the ninja, you put the XCal on the fighter, and you're done.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Once you reach a level you're happy with, stop checking things. You're done.
Yeah. I mean, that right there, that's endgame weapons. All right. So just going to point something out real quick here on Phoenix 29 side. He's the second runner I've seen go this southern route here through Earth 4. I can feel Jat right now twitching somewhere because there's only one way to walk through Earth 4. That is not it.
Nope. It's the middle. You take you don't go up, you don't go down. You go through the middle, little loopy slot. It feels like it should be slower, but it's actually, I think, about 6 steps faster than any other route.
Yep. So I think we saw loot there from the crystal turn in. So that slab is gonna lead to the Oxyale. Chest Jerk's double dip here of the on-rack continent looking like it's gonna pay off.
So loot came from the smith, which was the adamant. The herb was off of the crystal. So, but yeah, we are literally just an Oxyale away from not having to worry about anything.
Yep.
Hey, talking about a metal poem. I think that was the name of a song from Taproot. So there you go. Apparently, I'm the only one that listened to obscure bands from the late 1990s and early 2000s. So,
I'm a good fan of Taproot. I liked Poem. That was my jam back in the day.
yep.
Or am I showing my age right now?
No, yeah, you're still the same age that I'm showing. So,
I mean, we're sitting here commentating a randomized 30-plus-year-old game. I think we're we're a little
randomizer is like only 5 years old. That's something.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. We got all kinds in our community. We got younger players, older players, player who played the game growing up, players who discovered this, later on in life. I mean, it's fun. It's a good grade. I love it. It's a great game.
So yes, Bajimano, just to point it out, he's probably about 5 or so minutes ahead of J-Man at this point because he's gotten the second orblit, and J-Man is actually walking his stuff out because he was down to just a fighter. Can't necessarily blame him for that, but this is definitely slowing him down immensely.
Yeah.
He got tracked by a fighter mage party with Thunder and Crack, and I can't blame him again, but ouch.
Yeah, I mean, yes, you can walk this out, but I mean, week 4 here. I mean, if it's me, and I'm just saying, I'm not. This is me. I go for carry. I take my chances here. That fighter's got some good levels on him. You can wipe on the way out right here to these Whiz Ogres with Thunder, and it's going to feel even worse. So
yeah, and that's the thing. Like, I feel like a wipe to carry, considering how close he was to the boss, is going to make it just as slow for you as basically just having to re-dive this.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. I know you got a time investment here, but you got to think long term. And I feel like with the equipment you're rolling right now, even without the class change, you could take carry.
Yeah, you gotta just go for it. I mean, he's gonna walk out here. He's gonna save. He'll go back in. He'll probably get through. It's fine. It's 45, 50 seconds. It's Volcano. It's fast. But I mean, at the same time, now you have to double dip literally an entire dungeon.
Yep. So Budge has his forced double dip slab right here. That's going to lead to Oxyale, and then we're done at that point. We don't care anymore.
Yep. So I think we got Chest Jerk here. Once he turns in that adamant, is going to be in go mode. Budgemano here, probably in no mode, knowing that whatever here in Waterfall leads to our Oxyale based off of what we've done. So it's going to come down to execution here.
And it is a question for him about whether or not he cares about that tail. If that's a big deal for him or not. If he has the X count, he might be thinking about it. But, he doesn't have it in his inventory right now because it's not lit. So as soon as he's, in the lead, or as soon as he has his go, we might see him just risk it.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I know that if I had picked up that X-Cal along the way, I'm promoting. But if he doesn't have it yet and know it's there, which, I mean, he's already done with Volcano, so he wouldn't be getting it anyway. I mean, promotion, it might be an afterthought.
And I apologize for the coughing. I honestly thought I was muted there. I'm sorry.
That's fine. All right, so he's picking up some of those gold +3s we talked about earlier here that are going to, outfit the rest of his party with that endgame armor. And then, see, what is he going to do? I mean, I guess he could go do Sky and think here. Remember your ABCs, always be clearing dungeons. Phoenix checking boxes still on his way down Volcano. He's going to probably grab that X-Cal as well, which is going to be real nice for his already promoted party. He's going to love this.
Well, if you're checking Monster Chest, you're going to check this one because it's right here. It's free.
Yeah.
Absolutely free.
Yep, you check this one. I check this one usually even if I don't need to check this one just because it's free right there.
Totally free. Yeah, I'll come into the Agama room. I'll come into the middle chest room that's just right there along the path.
Yeah.
And if I'm still even feeling a little bit like maybe I get a little gear along the side, the 5 chest Grey Worm is on here. This is a good floor for greed. I don't mind this one at all.
Yeah.
There are definitely other rooms and other dungeons where I'm like, I'm just going to walk right past you because you're not greedy enough for me.
Yep, I equate this floor. This is very similar to Sky 3 in the chest density. You wouldn't think so because of you feel like you're walking forever, but there's damage tiles. There's a way to get through this without having to take an encounter. I like this play. Agama floor, as we call it, it pays off more often than not.
And honestly, you can loot the Agama floor if you have a hero run and never see an encounter at all. I've had ones where like there's a long hero run off the power cycle, and I've made a salute all of Agama and walk through the rest of Volcano in the process and not get a fight. So Budge Mono is at this point in whatever kind of go mode he wants to be, because he has his Oxale. So we are going to see what he does. He is coming in here to Gaia. If they pick up the key item here and decide to go and do the turn-in and follow that chain, they'll get their tail, and I'm expecting that is exactly what they're looking for at this point. But they are still an orb ahead, so they can spend this time right now, and it still won't really affect them. He's just saying basically what I was covering here. Shame that he won't be class changing. If he follows his quest chain, he will be. And that is the question right there. So we have Phoenix and Ordeals. We got J-Man doing the class change. We got Chestjerk just reaching the top of Ordeals. And we got Budge, who's basically already done all of the stuff for the class change. Huh. So Budge skips right past the Aegis +4, which maybe that does indicate that he's not going to bother. Like, if he gets the tail, I wouldn't be, like, once he gets the tail, I wouldn't be surprised if he flies back. But it may also be a thing of, tail's not here, tail is after the herb turn-in we're getting from here. He may just not care about that Aegis, even with the class change. He may just be like, nah, son, or he's going back for it now. Budge, buddy, like, you're making me look like a liar, like I don't know what I'm talking about every time. But yeah, he cares about class change. That answers that. Phoenix done with their adamant out of Ordeals. Chestjerk done with their adamant out of Ordeals. And J-Man is here taking some steaks.
Steak is good steak. I like steak.
Steak. So yeah, Budge is going to do class change. He went back for that Aegis after getting the turn-in from Matoya, and he's going to be rewarded with the tail here, and we're good to go.
Perfect. Okay, good for him.
Aegis plus Excal, you got a class change.
Yeah, you can't leave that behind. That's too good a gear. Yeah, you got to.
And now J-Man is coming in to do his adamant pickup from Ordeals, and everyone's going to be close to synced up at that point, except for the fact that Budge has a Volcano on the rest of them.
Yep. Yeah, we're in, it looks like, just about go mode for all of our runners here. Chestjerk, J-Man. The Chestjerk, Bob, Germano, I see, have all the items we need. Phoenix and J-Man are where they need to be, so it's just a matter of time now.
Key thing to point out is J-Man is the only other player on stream besides Budge to actually go down into Volcano and get any of the other gear out of there right now. Mm-hmm. Without the orbs lit, Phoenix and Chestjerk have not yet done that. Yeah,
and level 24 right now for J-Man, so he's got really great levels here, compared to the rest of the people here. 20 for Phoenix right there. I want to say Budgemano's around the same.
I'll be honest with you. I feel like risking it with the 2-man, I'd want to be closer to 30 at this point to feel comfortably ahead of everyone else. Like, in the retrospect kind of way. Like, if I was to look back at this and I was the runner and I'm sitting there going, I took 2 and I'm only 4 levels higher than everyone else at about an hour in, I feel real bad right now.
I think he's honestly, like, gotten a little bit of bad luck, I think, with how easily the items were found, the loose items. So other runners haven't had to, like, dig more, like, and it's really more of a convenience thing to be checking chests. So J-Man is getting the XP, but he's not gaining it the way he would have if we all had to check more boxes.
Like, he's doing good, and he's still at a point where I think those levels could help him in a bad Topher situation.
Yeah.
But if it's too bad, I don't think his 2-man party's going to cut it.
Yeah, he's got the levels to make it through right now. Everybody's above nuclear range right here with over 400 HP. We have the Heal 3, we have the Cure 3. It's fine. But if we run into some real nasty here, it can get very sticky very quick.
Oh, yeah. we're about to see Phoenix take on Tiamat, get their second orb lit. Meanwhile, Budge looks to be heading towards that Kraken, getting a whack-in from, I think that was a Death Touch Saber Tiger.
Of course it is.
Yeah, why not? Question about whether or not J-Man has any ribbons. There was a ribbon in the Earth Cave. It was I had to swallow for a second there. In Earth Cave, which we're going to see from Chest Jerk in such a second. It's a monster box right before the vampire chest, and it has a ribbon right there guarded by a pack of vampires. Everyone should be taking this chest.
Yeah, 1 Wiz Vamp to 5 Vampire here, random encounter. It's tasty. You take it.
You take it. And they're all pretty weak, so they should fold like paper, like flash paper, once you cast a bit of fire at them.
Yeah, and blink and you miss it again. As we're talking about some of the other runners, Phoenix already takes down Tiamat too, so he's catching up. They got 1 long dungeon apiece left. Actually, Budgemano, 2 long dungeons here with the Onrak a Sea Shrine and the Air Mirage combo. But I mean, this could be close, Dark Moon. This could be close.
It could. I still have the edge here for Budgemano right now, but Alana's gonna part of the problem is he's still taking fights, which I know he needs to do for his EXP levels, but it is slowing him down.
Yeah, and the 4-man party here, it's safe, it's fine. He's going to probably make it through on his first dive if he doesn't get extremely unlucky, but we'll see. We're going to see how this works out.
We are, but Phoenix is right behind at this point, and they have a tie, and Budge has to go through Sky. Phoenix only has to go through Volcano, which we already discussed is the faster dungeon.
Yep. So this is going to be fun. This is going to be a nice little run here to the end. It looks like they have the same amount of gear. I'm pretty sure they have the same party. This is going to be really nice.
Question from Hate: did Auron get the Sage Blessing?
No, Red Mage Blessings. It was kind of like plus 15 Strength, plus 15 Vite. So you like seeing the Vite. They're going to be a little extra HP on them. They'll have a little more than you'd expect at their level. So it's a convenience, but it's nothing special. There's level 20 right there for Budgemano across the board. So J-Man has at least 6 levels on him right now. Phoenix just hit 21. So looks like J-Man's starting to pull a little bit on levels, 5 or 6 ahead of our runners now. But we'll see how much of a difference it makes.
Well, if he keeps pulling Gasties, he's going to be doing just fine.
I mean, that fighter, too. How many hits is that? 5 hits, 800 damage. Oh, the Red Mage took it out with the Dragon Sword. Nice.
Yeah. Well, it is a dragon.
Yeah. And there we get into the resistance that we were talking about, buffed up against certain enemies. Gas Dragon's 3rd fight in a row. You love to see it.
So we got Slimes in a box. I believe that's from the Ghostbusters Action Pack. You get that like tube of goo right there. You remember that?
Oh, I absolutely remember. I had that. The Slimer toy, Ectoplasm. Yeah, for sure.
My mom never let me play with those because she didn't want me to get into the carpet.
Oh, yeah, I'm pretty sure I did get into the carpet when I was a kid.
Yeah, and that's a pain to clean up. I can't really say I blame her. I also didn't have Play-Doh for the same reason.
Yeah, as an adult, I get it. As a child, I hated it.
Oh, no, I don't want to play with my goo! Not the first nor the last time I'll ever say that.
Okay, so Phoenix right here, they never even went and picked up their slab yet. So they're actually... Budgemano has a little bit more of a lead here than we thought. Phoenix has to do the slab chain.
He does. So if he has to do the slab chain, then that's still going to give him a bit of a leg up. But honestly, Phoenix is doing really well right now. It's going to be neck and neck. And it really was just going to come down to the Topher slot machine between the two of them, I think.
Yep. We got Chest Jerk here, still grabbing some boxes on the way down to Lich. I disagree. I guess you're looking for the levels, but I would be looking for them, in Sky, where the encounters I'm going to be taking are going to be more worthwhile as well. I'm leaving every box here on Earth behind if I'm in Go mode.
Well, okay, so thing is, again, it's shuffled tile boxes. So, you never know what you're going to get, but there's a good chance that whatever's in the box, monster-wise, is going to be good.
True.
So I don't pass up the boxes when it's like that. I definitely try and find the fastest way through Earth I can, because the monsters in Earth otherwise are completely pointless to him at this point.
Yeah, and that's a little bit of a walk out of the way for those 3 boxes down there. I mean, you're talking seconds here, but I mean, week 4, Duck Derby, win or you're going home, seconds are going to matter.
So I wanted to point out that apparently Kraken got destroyed before we could even talk about the fight. Apparently it wasn't from Brack either. The fighter did 7 hits for over 1,000 damage, and Kraken got destroyed.
Excal +5, so good.
Yeah. Oh, so good. It's destroying everything it comes in contact with. We're going to see that fall off a bit when we get into Topher for the last couple bosses, especially. Chaos does not flinch against elemental weaknesses. He just doesn't have them. So part of what the Excal is doing so well is going to get tossed in the garbage can. But still, that +5 is a +5 on everything. So
the weapon rolled up as much as it possibly could. It's endgame for sure. It's little perks, I guess you'd say, are going to get kind of rubbed off a little bit, but it's great. So, question in chat from Saracen, late to the party. Where was the Oxy? And Woe, keeping everybody on their toes right there in chat. Right at it again. Lefane was the turn in from the slab from Waterfall.
So we see Budge making his way up into Sky Palace, taking some of the fights along the way. These are good fights to take. Wouldn't be surprised if we see him dig too many chests out, even with monster boxes going on.
Yeah. Oh, these bad men got some absorb on them. They got some absorb too. Look at that. That was only 200 damage from the Excal.
Good beef, good MDef. They are not really flinching against much of anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see what he got here. Is this going to pay off, I wonder? Or was it unrunnable? I didn't notice.
I didn't notice either.
Yeah, maybe it was unrunnable.
Yeah. I mean, it was still worth taking.
Yeah.
Level 22.
Yeah.
And that's something to point out. The level difference between Budge and the other players is a bit dark.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the rest of them are doing really well level-wise, and I feel like level 22, the scaling's not bad, but level 22 is still one of those situations where it's like, do I feel comfortable?
It's right on the borderline here.
Yeah.
The way we were talking with the scaling earlier, with the gear that we found, you can do it at these levels, but it's, no access to life. It's a little scary.
Yeah, and that's the big concern I have, is it's the life itself. If you had life casters and some good luck, I could see with the scaling we have going in at level 18, if you feel really saucy.
Yeah.
I'm not sure our players are going to feel that saucy here, and that's 22 without a life caster is maybe a little too saucy for me.
Yeah, and we have a full Temple of Fiends tonight, no shortened Temple of Fiends. Yeah. So we got, at minimum, without a Black Belt comp party, a 7 to 9 minute walk down there, depending on encounters. So, yeah.
Yeah, and Hate says exactly the thing. Should be fine, depending upon Topher. Yeah, that is the key asterisk we need to throw in there, depending upon Topher.
Yeah, I like how he trademarked the fine right there, too. That's a nice touch.
Yeah.
Budge Mono making a pit stop here, checking this chest dense floor. I think we have 14 here on Sky 3. The encounters are a little on the meh side compared to the floor before it. These sentry guards.
Oh, and it sounds like Loof says had his usual internet drop out for a second there. They'll be back soon. Good use of Warp here by Budge Mono, using that to navigate to the chest and then bounce right back out again. I don't mind the looting on this particular, the level 3 floor there, because there's so many chests and it's very dense. Other floors I would absolutely avoid.
Yeah, Phoenix pulling his Kraken, so it looks like Phoenix is pretty much exactly one sky climb behind Budge Mono.
Not a sky, volcano.
Oh, you're right. Okay, so he's one volcano. So, okay, this is much closer than I thought.
Oh, yeah. With everything that he has, This is a very, very... And I didn't even see... Again, I totally missed the Kraken fight. It's really going by that fast. That Kraken has no energy.
Yep. Squingeely.
Yep. It's a very nice a calamari.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Tiamat showing off she has fast just to show it off. Swing 2 hits, 101, 2 hits, 1 down.
Oh.
Okay. Tia a little thick here. Double fast going off. That's good. Yeah,
I feel like this is the time for Brack.
Yeah, some tempers going out. I mean, okay.
Okay.
7 hits, 1,000 damage. That's better. Okay.
We had a Brack. It was called an Excal.
Yeah, I take it back.
Okay, so Budge is now officially in go. Already class changed. Already got everything they need.
Yep.
So we're close to good. I don't believe. Oh, okay. Phoenix apparently did do Volcano, and it just didn't get marked off.
Oh, okay. Well, there we go.
Never mind then.
Right.
So Phoenix does have a slight edge.
Okay. Yeah. See, I thought he had done it, but I wasn't sure. I guess I thought I missed it.
I saw them in there. I thought, but then when it wasn't marked off, I just discounted my memory of it.
Yep, I think we got confused maybe with J-Man walking out of Volcano. Maybe it twisted us up right there. But yeah, Saracen in chat, Volcano's so fast.
Oh, Volcano's stupidly fast. It's like totally understandable.
Mm-hmm.
Speed and power, yes indeed. Phoenix is definitely showcasing that right now.
Yep.
So, to go over things once again, our top 4 here are Budge with 70 points, Phoenix with 65 points, J-Man with 63 points, and Chest Jerk with 60 points. Mm-hmm. Now, the top 2 from our entire field are going to move on to the finals, which is going to be next week, TBD time. Mm-hmm. So, really, it's a race between Budge Mono and Phoenix for bragging rights now. If they come in 1-2 in either direction, they're both moving on to finals.
Yeah, and with the lead they have now on their 2 opponents, with both of them having 4 orbs lit, the Chest Jerk and J-Man having just 2, although J-Man about to light his 3rd, you got to feel pretty good about their positioning right now as we see it.
Yeah, and I think if anyone has a chance of catching up, like after a bad Topher dive, it's going to be J-Man. Mm-hmm. Chest Jerk is doing a lot more looting than I feel comfortable with.
Yeah, I guess he's looking for levels or looking for gear. I mean, he's got the ninja, so I mean, he could be looking for a better weapon for that ninja because he can't use that X-Cal that we found.
Yeah.
But I mean, Opal +5. I mean, that's nice.
Yeah, I definitely have to say I agree now with the choices that some of our players made of going Ninja Fighter or Red Black. Mm-hmm. That definitely seems to be the party gear wise that shook out really well.
Yeah.
That saucy party I talked about of double thief, double black mage earlier would not work so well here.
Yeah, if you'd still be able to make it through, it'd be fine. You know, the thief has got some real nice HP on it. It's good, but J-Man
bounced.
Okay, J-Man. Well, why did he reset? I thought he did. I didn't notice what happened.
I didn't see what happened, but
he lost his black mage. Okay. Right. Yeah. Okay.
Understandable. Sure. But that does put them at a statistical tie right now.
Yeah, I mean they're literally on the same floor, taking different encounters, but they're right there, neck and neck.
So, and now we're running into an issue here. As Sonny Wrath points out, Phoenix got bounced by Carry after losing both Black Mage and the Red Mage to melee attacks.
Oh, wow. Okay.
They still had buffing, but they didn't really have any evasion buff to do. Didn't find that ruse stick or whatever. Mm-hmm. That is a risk.
Yeah, no white shirt either, so we can't even throw out single invis stacks or anything. That you're gonna have to get Carry down before she gets you down. So it's go fast time.
Meanwhile, pointed out by chat, J-Man found stakes off the power cycle, ground up to 32 on his 2 characters, and now they're heading off to Water Cave to go fight the Calamari.
So J-Man here, 2 dungeons left to do, but all he has to do is fight the fiends.
1.
Oh, he's got air. Okay, yeah. So let's see if we have a really difficult Temple of Fiends here. J-Man could be that freight train coming down here.
And that's kind of what we're seeing here with this Carry. This Carry has become a bit of a stopper right now until we get past her with some mages alive, because especially that Red Mage, we need that evasion.
Yep. Oh, these red dragons being just rude right here to Budgemano, throwing that stinger. I hate stinger. Well, it's such an annoying skill to see because you got to sit there through it all, and then you're poisoned, and you have to menu. It's just ugh.
Now we are going to stay with this right up until we know what the final two are going to be, because again, with the way that points are shaking out, there's certain ways that Budgemano could win, even if they don't get like the full complement of points from a first or second. Yep. We kind of have to see who comes in when and how, because a bad toe for anyone could spell doom.
Yep. And we're these red dragons, unrunnable too. They're just so annoying.
Yeah. Time wasters with the stinger as well.
Yep. That's so funny. They're on the same encounter on the same floor too. They don't realize how close they are. I love it.
Oh, yeah. No, it's amazing.
That never gets old to me, that never gets old, that you can do a seed like this, or any randomizer, do any kind of myriad of things for an hour and 10 minutes, and you're on the same floor, same fight, steps apart. I love it. It's so much fun.
What's even better is they don't know it. This is just entirely a race we get to watch.
Yep, that's the best part.
Oh, yeah.
All right, Phoenix getting through his carry two. Temper going out for Budgemano. Swing by that X-Cal. 5 hit 695. Budgemano also through. All right. Phoenix pulling Kraken. All right, we have some Invis. We have some Fast. What are we doing with that knight? We bonking? Oh, Zap from Kraken. Oh, down. Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
Phoenix takes the reset again.
Oh, boy. All right, let's see here. Is Budgemano going to see that too? All right. Invis, Temper, Swing. 5 hits. No, he's not. 5 hits, 781. Down goes Kraken. Not even a buff on there. What a smack. All right. Unrunnable Edward Sparkle Fun Pack right here. So Phoenix, 2 wipes here, and Temple of Fiends Revisited. That's just some tough luck right there. Carry with the melee, Kraken with the zap. Budgemano saw none of that. That's
the way it's over.
Yeah, it's the great equalizer for a reason. Tia 2 here for Budgemano. Fast, Temper, Swing, Invis 2. Invis 2 goes off. Swing by that knight. 5 hits, 698. Down goes the Black Mage. Okay. All right, so Blaze comes out. Everybody survives. We should get through on this next round right here. Should be a big swing by the knight, and we're going to get through. Yeah, 9 hits, 1,077 damage. So we lost our Black Mage. We got 3 party members up. We should have Fast and Temper on the Ninja and the Red Mage, though. So this is still fine.
That's fine. It's just fine.
Yeah. Yeah, hey, Phoenix took 2 wipes here in Temple of Fiends. It's saw some nasty.
So Budge now here against Chaos. If Budge finishes this, they are going to have a commanding lead and take first for their group. Mm-hmm. No questions asked.
Yep.
And Luffy, why don't you do this fight since you've been doing the other ones so well?
All right, thanks, sir. Here we go. So we got single shot of Fast left right here on that Ninja. We're going to get an Invis, and I think we're just swinging here unless we found that Power Bonk. Ice 3 from Chaos. That's fine. We like to see that early. Fast goes off. Yep, just a swing. 8 hits, 8 damage. Okay. Hits are there. Damage is not. We got to switch to Tempers. Okay, we're going to Invis still, and we're going to Temper. Invis by the Knight. Okay, that's a switch. That's fine. You get the buff off here from the Red Mage. Okay, Chaos already missing on that Ninja. That evasion coming into play.
The problem we have is that X-Cal.
Yeah.
And not getting the M-Deck or the magic deck bonus.
Yep, so we got to hope these Tempers can get us there. I think it will. Okay, Inferno comes out. All right, so it's, okay. All right, we got to just hold A and pray now. 6 is 14. Okay, we're going to get there.
Oh!
Oh, that's a big hit from Chaos.
Yeah, that is a... If any spell comes out now, he's dead.
Oh, no turn order. Okay. Budgemano takes a wipe. Phoenix onto Kraken floor again. And don't blink now, but we were talking about earlier. Here comes J-Man onto the loot floor with that 2-man party.
Yeah. J-Man, it has the speed and the power right here.
Mm-hmm.
So I just want to point out, Budge seemed dazed after that. That was 2 massive hits to his head. And he was just stumbling like a boxer in the ring there for a second, and I can't blame him at all.
I'm taking a minute here to think about this. That was 2 consecutive 400 plus damage swings by Chaos on a night with this gear that had some evasion stacks on it. That right there is a little scary.
It was crazy.
Wow.
So, with that being what it is, we have a chance for Phoenix, who was 5 points behind, to easily steal away first place here. Mm-hmm. We have J-Man, who was 7 points behind. And if they somehow manage to take first and second, that Budge could still take it so long as he doesn't score lower than 7th place because of his lead.
Yeah, and we got Hate in chat calling out for Chess Jerk to stop checking chess. Hate, our resident loot goblin, is calling out for Chess Jerk to stop checking chess. So please.
I feel like something's gone wrong when Hate is saying that.
Yep. Alright, so Phoenix on his Tiamat 2, Invis is going off, Fast going off, J-Man already on carry floor, not very far behind. Okay, so Phoenix starting to bonk now. He did pick up that power bonk.
Right play.
Budgemano through Lich 2. We got 3 of our runners in Temple of Fiends revisited. 2 of them on multiple dives now. 3 for Phoenix, 2 for Budgemano. J-Man just come running with the 2-man party. Let's see if he has any trouble here.
Not so far. the insane amounts of damage he's doing with that X-Cal.
Yeah. That fighter is 5 hits, 745. He's got the levels that you're going to want to get through here, and the HP. I mean, this is going to be fun. All right.
The thing is, as long as he keeps getting those unrunnables, he's just going to get nothing but more levels.
Yep, and Phoenix here on Chaos. We got Invis going off. Swing by that ninja. 78 damage. Okay, whatever. Fine. Temper. Another temper. Bane comes out. Everybody survives. Okay.
That's those levels.
Wow. So this X-Cal still not doing the damage. Another temper. We're heal 3 for safety. Sure.
I agree with that.
All right.
He doesn't know how deadly this can be, but I agree with that.
Yep. So temper. Yeah, just temper into this knight. Fire 2. Chip damage. No big deal. Nothing scary. Swing by that X-Cal. 8 hits, 154. Oh my god. This Chaos is thick. 2 more tempers going off. More temper. All right, lock 2. Sure. Okay.
Why not?
All right, swing. 4 hits, 252. This Chaos is crazy. Okay, we just got to start firing as much temper as we can into this knight before something bad really happens.
And just pray that Chaos doesn't decide to keep punching the fighter.
Yep, okay. Down goes that Black Mage. Oh boy. Swing. Okay, 585, little better. We got another temper, another swing. 8 is 927. Okay, here we go. Here we go.
Now we're getting it.
Alright, next swing should probably do it. We got another temper. Inferno. Down goes the ninja. No big deal. Swing by that X-Cal. 7 hits, 878. Still on his feet. Okay, another temper. We got 500 HP. We're feeling good here. Swing.
Yeah, this Chaos rolled all the way up to the max of that 180%.
Yep. Okay, there we go. Down goes Chaos for
GGs.
Phoenix29. Get your GGs out in chat. Phoenix29 with an official race time.gg time of 1:18:36. GGs. That Chaos was a little thick.
That is a good enough position right now to get them first place overall with 91 points. technically right now giving them a 21-point lead over Budge Mono. And so we are going to see who comes in next. And we already have the freight train here with J-Man up against Chaos.
Yep, already on Chaos. Bane comes out, does Bane things, swing by that X-Cal. 10 hits, 499. You can already see the level difference right there.
Yep.
Yeah, another temper going off. This should be only a matter of time here. Yeah, 11 hits, 1200 damage. Already a lot more coming out from this fighter. Level 32 plus.
One or two more hits. One. Okay. So with an official racetime.gg time of 1:19:40, J-Man has taken second place, but we still don't know whether or not he is going to actually take second place overall.
Yep. And we are joined in chat by our two runners here on stream, first and second on stream, first and second for the week and finishes so far, Phoenix 29 and J-Man. GG's, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Good work, Phoenix.
You too.
So that was well played by both of you. Really good run here.
Yeah. I liked what you did there, J-Man, with the two-man party. That was a really nice strat. You almost caught them there at the end. Phoenix, why don't you tell us, how'd you like that Temple of Fiends?
Oh, I was getting a little nervous there at the end. Surprised somebody didn't catch me when I bounced out 2 or 3 times. Carry with the double back roll because carry gonna carry, and chaos being about as thick as my skull, so that took a while to get through.
Yeah,
Wait, Topher was hard?
It's funny. We were talking about the differences here. J-Man, your levels on your party, it was outstanding. You saw none of the resistance that any of our other runners on stream saw so far in Temple of Fiends. Tell us, what was your thought with that two-man party? Was that your decision from the beginning? Were you thinking about that if you saw the blessings? What made you make that choice?
Looking at the flags, when deads gain XP but nuns don't, just taking the risk, and the blessings worked out decently. I was a little sketchy when there was no good sweeper spells low level for my red mage, but I was able to survive that and make it work.
Yeah, for sure. And while we were chatting, get your GGs out in chat as well for Budge Mono taking down Chaos with an official
recalibration.
Yep, racetime.gg time 1:21:28, and that's where the timer stopped on stream too. Very nice, GGs. And we are already joined in the chat with Budge Mono. GGs.
Might still be muted.
Might still be.
So I want to point out, now that we have our top 3, we do know our official score. So, in first place is Phoenix with 91 points. And in second place with 91 points is Budge Mono.
Wow.
Tie between the two of them. J-Man, honestly, if you're I think if you'd had just, and I don't want to rub salt in the wound here, just slightly better luck in the early game, you might have edged Phoenix out for that first place, and honestly, you'd be moving on to finals instead of Phoenix. It was that close.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that happens. That's fine. Everyone's good.
It's randomizers.
Yeah,
But I don't want to take anything away from your accomplishment. You did really well. Whether you decide to go for another Duck Derby after this or call yourself a platypus at this point, you've earned it.
I believe this was my 4th Duck Derby, so I think it's time to let the new ducks play.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
That was a really nice job. That two-man party that whole time, it almost got you there. Like Dark said, I think what kind of, we were talking a little bit, what counted against you was that easy finds of both of those loose items, and, really only having to open chests that you really, kind of wanted to open at that point. You didn't have to dig and search, and I think that kind of just didn't really work in your favor, because then you were taking more fights than the other ones were trying to get that XP. It's an unfortunate circumstance, but you ran an amazing race. You almost caught them at the end. You one-shot Topher. It was just really nice.
Oh yeah, it worked out really well. Yeah, the problem I had was I didn't get good weapons either, so I was having to even just dig for regular chests, trying to just find like regular swords, because I think I was using like a silver dagger +4 for 2/3 of the run, it seemed like. But yeah, no, I mean, it was like I say, it did that because of the whole XP thing and trying to gain, not having to dive a bunch of chests, and then yeah, it's like, and of course, the seed just teasing us, giving us that floater so early, but no way to get to the desert.
Yep. So I think that Phoenix was talking about having to kind of jump out of here, pretty soon. So Phoenix, I want to give you the floor a little bit before we can watch Chess Jerk here take on Chaos. Do you have anything you want to say to your teammates, to the people that you played in the Duck Derby with here? Moving on to the finals next week. Any thoughts?
First off, GG's to the rest of the Ducks. It was a fun derby. All you guys did great, and that was a tight finish there at the end. J-Man, I was not gonna lie, I was pretty scared you were gonna pass me on that last race there, and I was panicking near the end. So, GG's on that, and GG's on 2-man. That's bold. As always, thanks for the organizers. You guys do a yeoman's job, and looking forward to going on to week 5.
So, Budge, are you with us now? Doesn't sound like it yet.
It's unfortunate. I think we're having some audio issues with Budge Mono, but if you end up getting your mic together and we can hear you, just give us a shout and we'll give you the floor a little bit to say hi or whatnot. But let's real quick take a look here. We're watching Chess Jerk here, pulling Chaos. Let's see how he's doing. We got some tempers going off. He's got that ninja carry.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Hey, we
Hey,
can.
that works.
There we go. GG's.
Hey!
GG's.
Hey, thanks. Yeah, that was well, let's watch Chess Jerk, I guess. He's on Chaos.
All right, so crack comes out from Chaos, also a little scary. Swing, 8 hits, 1,000 damage from that ninja. I think that ninja's got that. Is he swinging that ice sword +3, or did he find something better? Oh no, he's got that massa -2. Okay, yeah, that'll do the job as well. All right, swing, 9 hits, 1,200 damage. Down goes Chaos. Get your GGs out in chat for Chess Jerk, finishing with an official race time.gg time of 1:26:07. Good enough for 5th place overall tonight. Walls of Jericho finishing in 4th place off stream with a time of 1:22:50, just about a minute behind Budge Mono. So really great job by our top 4 runners tonight, finishing in the top 5. You guys showed why you belong where you are tonight. So GGs all around.
And point-wise, definitely going to be top 4 even after all this. Like, it's good scores all around.
Mm-hmm. And we are joined in chat here by our 5th place finisher overall, Chess Jerk. How you doing, bud? GG's.
Good, thank you very much. GG's, everyone.
So, guys, tell us about your runs. What did you like? What did you didn't? What do you think you might have wanted to do differently now that you've played through it?
I wouldn't have wanted to leave my ship in the wrong place before going to Provoca. That was
I feel that.
I beat the pirates and it came out like, where's my ship? Oh, okay. So that was a good way to start the seed. Yeah, after finding absolutely nothing at the beginning, that's good. Overall, I feel like I ran around way too much and did things in a very suboptimal order. But besides that, and finding everything relatively quickly. I mean, I was after the first part, I think, okay, just get the 4th orb lit before somebody finishes, and I almost pulled that off. So that was what I was aiming for. I almost pulled it off. That was good.
I think
I swear there's a katana out there somewhere, and there's got to be somewhere. But
it's so funny. We saw you checking a few extra boxes, and it makes sense you'd be looking for that katana. Having the ninja. Did you come across the X-Cal +5?
I did, and much sadness was had. Yes.
Did you throw it on the ground in disgust? Because I think I would have.
I wanted to, but my inventory wasn't full yet, so I couldn't just leave it there. So I did get it. But I did.
Yeah, that's a good sword that did good work.
Oh, I'm sure it would have if I had somebody who would use it, but massa -2 pulled through for me. So
yeah, it got you there, and I think you found that in Mermaids along with an Opal +5. So it was worth the trip. You did open a few more boxes than your competitors tonight, but I mean, with that ninja carry that you had going on, it makes a lot of sense because that X-Cal unfortunately was free for anybody that took a fighter.
Yep, and I usually take fighters too, but this time I thought, I'm gonna take a chance on the because I saw that they had even extra agility than normal that these did. So I thought, wow, this thing's gonna be fast. and Key's going to be somewhere horrible, so the lockpicking will be useful, but that didn't come to fruition either. Oh well.
So we got one of our players in chat who was running the stream async with you guys off stream, Chanigan, saying that a katana rolled -2. He thinks in marsh lock. What are you doing checking marsh lock, Chanigan?
What's marsh? I never heard of it.
Oh yeah, exactly. Thank you. Thank you. Team
Goes
never
to marsh.
Yeah, really. Oh my god.
Oh,
I don't
was
remember
terrified
marsh
one
and
of
loose
the
flags.
looses was going to be in there.
Oh, after finding a free ruby, I thought, oh my god, this other free item is going to be somewhere horrible. But no, it wasn't. It was as free as the ruby was. Sadly, I also thought I made a great play going back into Temple of Fiends to get the 2 items out of there that were key locked. I thought, I got power bonk, and what was the other thing? I can't remember. It was a good weapon, I think. I thought, wow, this is going to be the play. But then, ninjas can learn saber, and it didn't matter. So, oh well.
Yeah.
I thought I was making plays. I was trying.
Yeah.
I made plays. But good plays or bad plays, both. I made all kinds of plays.
You guys all ran really, really great races tonight. You're bunched in. You had the top, 5 finishers here within 8 minutes of each other, which is, really great to see. Very, very competitive duck class here. Yeah, that's good. You guys ran really well. You guys were in lockstep for a lot of that seed. It was really coming down to who's going to make a decision to make a play first, to find that item to give you the head start. And it was just a really, really well-run race by some newer players that are a little scary.
I'd like to give a special shout out to the fire spell who got me into the first 2 levels that I needed. I'm pretty sure that was the only damage spell in the first level.
Yeah, we saw that.
Shout outs to the fire spell. I haven't cast fire so much in my life.
Yeah, we're like, what are you doing? Why aren't you just going and buying spells and going and fighting pirates? But then you killed an iguana and you had some spell charges, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
It was a brilliant. I'm telling you, I'm making plays. Good, bad, whatever. It's all good.
Shout out to Vanilla Fire level 1. You got it. You love
to see it.
You love
the
to see it.
The best spell, no doubt.
People going up to Garland and trying to cast fire against him, like, this isn't gonna work, guys. If you tried it.
Try as you might.
You had to try. So I do want to congratulate everyone who has finished so far. Good plays all around. And yeah, if considering your scores, we only have 2 people moving on into the finals, but any of you that feel like you qualify to be a platypus at this point, you have earned it. That is your right to do if you want to move on into our veteran leagues and start trying to play with the big guys.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that, guys? I mean, 2 of you are forced to move on, so...
Decision is already made for 2 of you.
Yeah.
My evil plan came into fruition.
Yeah. Budget Phoenix, you don't have any choice in the matter. You're platified now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, as far as me personally, I think that I definitely need more practice on various types of things with just in overall gameplay. So I think I will definitely stay where I am for the moment and just do the best I can. That's all I can do.
And there's nothing wrong with repeating the Duck Derby.
Yeah, no, not at all. J-Man was saying he's been to a couple of them. You see the improvement in his play. It's a shout out to Gregley Puff, who's been our Duckling coordinator since I came in last year and even before that, and passing the reins over this year to Deadpulse, the Duckling Supreme from my class last year. Shout out to Deadpulse, great runner in his own right. And you guys, I mean, very impressive job. The growth that a lot of you have shown over these last, let's talk 8-9 weeks doing the boot camp and everything has been fantastic. So very impressive.
Yeah, say my first Duck Derby, my goal is not to finish last in every race, and 2 of those I finished next to last, so I was able to finish my goal. And then some of those races, it was like literally finishing 26th out of 27.
Just remember, I never made it to the finals in any of the Duck Derbies I was in before I moved on, and somehow they made me an admin. So nothing but up for all of you, okay?
Yeah, I did 1 Duck Derby and I finished somewhere in the teens. So I mean, we all have stories. But yeah, I think we'll give a little bit of a roundtable here. I think Budgemano said they're having some mic trouble, so that's too bad. But it's GG's to Budgemano. Great race. Best of luck to you next week. and we very much look forward to seeing you then. But why don't we go around the horn here and pass the floor over to J-Man, our second place finisher on stream, second place for the week. Unfortunately, going to miss out on next week, but GG's anyway. Fantastic Duck Derby. Final thoughts?
Yep, thanks for everybody doing the streaming, restreaming, tracking, commentary. It always makes it entertaining to watch afterwards. So good job, everybody. I'll probably be joining you in that or those ranks eventually at some point as well.
Amen.
Yep.
Oh, and J-Man, if you're gonna move on to be a platypus at this point, I'm gonna put you in the prize pool for one of the duck avatars, because you did make third in your group, and I feel that's worth rewarding.
Yeah, I agree with that. Man,
Yeah.
Darkman has a big heart, everybody. We love him.
Once in a while,
Appreciate that.
once in a while it shows. Don't tell anyone.
Yeah, and you love his art. I mean, I love my little Metroid duck. It's art. I love it. So let's shout out the Chess Jerk here. Why don't you give some final thoughts? Fifth place finisher overall, fourth place on stream, but first in our hearts. Thoughts?
All I was going for. But yeah, I'll just echo the thanks for restreaming, commentary, tracking, everything. As always, everyone does a fantastic job, and I'll be watching next week. So you people who advanced, I want to see some good stuff. So I'll be watching.
Heck
Thanks a
yeah.
lot.
Nice, very well said. Dark Moon, my buddy, my partner. I've been doing a lot of talking. Why don't you take us home?
Oh
man?
yeah. It's been a good time. I always love doing comms with you, man.
Yeah, me too.
This was a great one, and to see the top two ducks finish in a tie, like a literal 91-point tie, that is absolutely amazing. Like, I was doing the math in my head, like, oh my god, are we going to end up with like a situation where we have to do like a runoff or whatever? No. They tied at the very top, and that's amazing. All of our top threes, even though J-Man isn't running on, you've done a fantastic job. Great to see how much you've grown. Love to see that from our ducks. This is why we do this every time around. So yeah, it's been a good time. I'm really happy with how things went, and I'm looking forward to finals because it's going to be a crazy race.
Yep, I agree. And so, yeah, let's do maybe just a slight bit of housekeeping. You might have a little bit of the logistics and everything pulled up in front of you a little bit quicker than I will. But next week, we are going to have our finals between our two duck participants. I think we have Sunday is the next race, 6 p.m. to determine the second group of two ducks moving on to our finals next week, time TBD. But very exciting stuff. So we got about... what's today? Tuesday. So you guys running on Sunday. You got 4 days of practice here to stand up and kind of see what you can do compared to some of these ducks tonight that ran some very impressive racing and put in some really good times. So good luck to the guys running on Sunday.
Hey, that'll be 6 o'clock on RPG Limit Break. That will determine our other two players. And I just want to point out, if you guys came in here from something else going on SpeedGaming, like what you saw, stayed, appreciate it. If you want to learn more, we do have our website, FinalFantasyRandomizer.com, where you can find links to the Discord and the development Discord, as well as the game right there, and resources to help you learn. We got a YouTube channel with all kinds of training VODs on there, teach you everything you need to know about it. We got an entire community that does nothing but support our new players, because that's what we're here for. We want to build new people up so that we can race against them and then get crushed by them, as this always seems to happen whenever I race. Wow, it's demoralizing. But yeah, we want you guys to come in here and beat the crap out of us in races, because that's what we're here for. It's a good time. So FinalFantasyRandomizer.com, and we'll teach you how to play. Luffy, you want to take us home?
Yeah, so like you said, shout out to the community, FinalFantasyRandomizer.com. Amazing Discord, amazing people, very welcoming, made me feel at home last year, and here I am doing some talking with Darkmoon a year later. So come join us, come have fun. We got cake, it's very tasty. It's a real pleasure. Thank you to SpeedGaming Prime for hosting us tonight. Thank you to our Ducks for putting on an amazing show. Gregory Puff, Dead Pulse for running the Duck thing this whole last 8-9 weeks. Darkmoon for joining me for the extra credits. This has been a wild ride over the last 2 months, and I very much look forward to on Sunday to see how we're going to look for our finals next week.
It's going to be a good time, guys.
Yep. So with that, I guess we'll get us on out of here. So to my commentator, Darkmoon, thank you. To Automative Habit and Woat for pushing the buttons, thank you again. And ciao and chillax, everybody. Final Fantasy Randomizer fam, we gone.